The latest on the New South Wales flood emergency, 3 people have tragically now lost their lives, while another person, a man, remains missing, last seen walking near a flooded roadway south of Grafton.
The SES have carried out 177 flood rescues across the state since around this time yesterday. Boy, oh boy. As we go to where there are 153 warnings in place, 40 of those at emergency level scattered all along the north coast. In Sydney, there have been more than 200 calls for help overnight as the rain moves south.
We have team coverage for you this morning. Let's go first to Nine reporter Erin Ramsey outside Taree. Erin, good morning to you. You have been surrounded by water there.
Well, Carl and Sarah, we got up to head out to Taree and we didn't get very far. Our hotel right now flooded in. This is the only road in and out at Diamond Beach, off Diamond Beach Road, and it is flooded. About 150 metres down that way is the rest of the road, but right here in the middle, far too deep with a creek just next door. And I mean, if you look down here, you can actually see how strong the current is. I mean, it just goes to show how dangerous it is and how dangerous these floodwaters can be. So we are definitely making the decision just to wait it out for now. So many others, 50,000 others are also cut off by floodwaters, including the main town of Taree, which we were trying to get to this morning. We had incredibly tragic news. One of the locals there, a local baker by the name of 63-year-old David Knowles, had passed away in floodwaters on his property at Modo, not far from the main town there. He's being remembered by his family as a hero. He was sending rescue crews away to go and help others before coming back for him. And by the time someone could get back to him about 24 hours later, it was too late. Last night, we also had confirmation that a woman in her 60s passed away after her four-wheel drive was swept away in floodwaters near Dorrigo. And also a 34-year-old man had passed away near Rosewood, and it's feared that he had also driven through floodwaters. Now, the search will resume this morning for a 49-year-old man near Nimboida who has been missing for several days. This is a very serious situation. Rescues are still continuing right up and down the mid-north coast. We've got SES crews also turning their focus today to the areas of Nambucca Heads and Coffs Harbour, where water levels there are continuing to rise this morning. This emergency situation very much still ongoing.
Yeah, all the food, the isolation causing all those food worries, water worries, energy worries, and it's all going to make it worse over the next couple of days. Let's go live to Sydney reporter Sarah Stewart at home, which, as we mentioned, that system moving south. What's it like where you are, Sarah?
Yeah, good morning. Well, it's been a very wet night right across Sydney. Very heavy downfalls all through the night, and they are continuing right now. They're expected to continue for the next few hours. That system has moved further down south. So at the moment, it's pretty much from Newcastle all the way down to the border, and we're going to see those heavy downfalls for the next few hours. But the good news is later on this afternoon and into tomorrow, that is when we're going to start to see that rain clearing away. We should have a pretty dry weekend, but we're going to have some wind and some cold temperatures coming through on Sunday as well. But today the danger in Sydney is probably on the roads. We've been driving around this morning. There is lots and lots of big puddles on the road. There are lots of potholes as well. So as people are heading out this morning, they're urged to take care on those. And the other thing in Sydney to watch this morning is Warragamba Dam. We're told it was 96% yesterday. There is a very real chance that that will start spilling as early as this morning. So a very anxious wait for all of those communities living downstream for that dam as well this morning, Carl.